What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Darkest Hour. Tonight is episode 33. We have a special guest, Mr. Anthony Kongfin, old school buddy of mine. Let's see how he is doing. What up, boys?
Hello.
Hello. Is this thing on? Yes, it's working. Beautiful. Gentlemen, we had a patch today. The game continues to change. We have a special guest today. Mr. Anthony, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Hello, everyone. I am the
Hello.
Anthony's. Hello.
It's
I
good.
love the shirt, by the way.
The shirt's beautiful.
It's art. Okay. It's art.
I was gonna say I tuned in one time. Isn't your fighter named Hentai?
Yeah. Hentai with the 3. Dude, this
It's
shirt
wonderful.
is the best. Like, if I ever go outside, I get so many compliments on the shirt. Like, people are
Great
just
nice.
like, "Yo, I like your shirt." I'm like,
I bet you do. Just wink at him. I bet
"Yeah."
you do.
I'm like, "Yeah, I know what's up." All right.
Mr. Donicus, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing good. So I went to the pool today. I was gonna break up my lifting and all that. There was a 16-year-old high school girl who just lapped me at the pool, made me look like a fucking old man. So I'm a little defeated. My pride was left in the smelly gym water, but I'm doing okay.
You're doing laps in the pool today.
Yeah, I'm trying.
For you.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Mr. Griffia, how the hell are you, sir?
I'm dead.
You've been putting in some serious fucking hours. How far ahead are you in the leaderboards? You and Repose.
We're probably like 170 or 180 or some shit. I don't remember.
What the fuck? Okay.
Right? That's crazy.
That is
We're still trying to
intense.
execute the plan of get like a few hundred, several hundred ahead, and then everybody quits so we don't have to play for 14
Like,
days.
who are
straight.
these other 150 people in front of you? Like, they're just like no lifing it. Like, that's crazy to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because
Oh, that's us.
Jay's on all the goddamn time. Like,
It's your job. How the
right?
fuck?
Like,
Could
that's
yeah.
crazy. Like, what are these other
Yeah,
people doing?
yeah.
The hackers or
True.
something? Like, what's up?
Might be.
Yeah, could be.
Well, you guys are absolutely crushing it. It's insane to see. Your comp was fucked with a little bit today, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, I've been sick for. I probably still sound slightly sick, but I've been sick
You
with.
sound absolutely fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks. That's very, very sweet of you to say, but I was pretty badly sick up until like yesterday. So I'm still like inflamed. My fucking eyes are puffy. I feel tired. I feel like I'm coming back to life. So if I cough into the mic, sorry about that. But I'm okay now. I'm okay.
How dare you?
Oh, Jay is 150 kills ahead, not
Ahead.
150.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ahead.
Yeah.
okay. I was like, what? I was like, there's no fucking way. like, who are these 149 people in front of him? I was like, no way. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Have
they're
you been,
rolling over people.
Have you been shamelessly just taking all handouts, or are you doing like the honorable
No,
route?
no, I take 0 handouts.
Your handouts?
The only handouts
random.
I'm grabbing is looting the guys who roll every lobby.
I just want everybody to know, Tough McCool Guy will take all handouts. That's my fighter. So
Yeah.
go ahead and
Same here.
send them all my way.
Yeah, exactly. I will hoover up your garbage gladly. So I was thinking we could read over the patch notes and then just jump into chatting.
Hmm.
I definitely want to ask Anthony here about his experience, but let's save that for after the patch notes. Let's see here.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Patch notes. Fixed an issue where the trade pop-up may not properly close. Yeah,
Okay.
that affected me sometimes. Cool. Movement speed
the
now.
one where you got Ultor, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that sucked. Movement speed now is a hard cap of 350. Probably a good thing.
How
Probably
high
a
were
good
people
thing.
getting?
420.
That one feels a little bad.
I had to.
69.
69. No, people were no shit over 400 speed. If they had
Really?
haste on them as well, they were essentially the Flash.
What
Yeah.
class was doing that? Was it Rogue?
Wizard, Rogue, Bard. Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty fucking
Oh,
crazy.
why you specifically say my
even
comp?
Barbarian,
Okay.
too. I was doing
Because
a lot
that
of-
comp's the issue. I think what we're going to notice here is that Iron Mace seems to be balancing the game based on watching your stream, which
Well, here's the thing. We're
isn't
like
good.
We're like the only Bard Wizard Rogue team out there. So
I was running that in normals.
Bard, Wizard,
true.
Rogue.
Like 90% of the comps are still Wizard, Barb, and Bard or Cleric.
Yeah. This is a cool change. The quarterstaff now deals 100% damage no matter which part of the quarterstaff hits the opponent. That's pretty
I like that
good.
one.
I think
It wasn't the case beforehand.
no.
It was, yeah, like, because I was like discussing this with like Katie earlier. Like, I didn't know if it was like, because the way they worded it was like 100%, it was like you're hitting limb, if that counted like 100% of like chest damage. But I guess it's just like, it's just 100% damage on top of what it originally.
Yeah,
the damage
weapon-
is. Yeah.
Weapons have sour spots, which is like, let's say like a mace, right? Like the mace part is full damage, but like the hilt and stuff is like 80 or 70% damage. To give you an idea. So
Okay,
Right.
that makes
on a
sense.
stick though, like there's no sour spot. Right?
Exactly.
Does the sword have
The
a sour
stick, bro.
spot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The hilt.
Fuck,
If you like hilt bash somebody, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think quarterstaff's actually going to be really strong on barbarian now, especially with the axe spec changes. I think we're going to see more quarterstaff barbs, which is really cool. Axe spec changed from +5 additional weapon damage, which is what it was, to plus 10% physical damage bonus. It's a bit of a nerf. It's not super crazy.
It's a buff and a nerf.
Yeah,
It depends,
I would
yeah.
say it's pretty drastic too. Like, I mean, like 5 weapon damage compared to like, I mean, physical damage is good too, but like, if you're talking about like someone rocking like a horseman's with 5 extra damage, it's pretty crazy. Like, it's probably
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm testing out today. It nerfed it like probably like, I mean, like headshot damage like 20. You know, what I mean, like it's
Exactly.
Right.
You're still maining barbarian,
pretty
right?
no, like I
Oh,
had the
warlock,
most hours
warlock,
on
right?
the fighter is like the most hours I have on, but like I played like all the other classes except for Bard because
I love bard, dude. It's so good.
I don't know. I just can't like see myself like fondling through like 4 or 5 instruments and shit. But,
I thought that, and then I started playing it, and holy shit! Even still, I was playing Bard earlier today after the
yeah.
the nerfs, and it's still fucking good. we'll talk
Honestly,
about
if you have
that in a bit,
ADHD, Bard might be the most stimulating class. 'Cause you're always doing something.
Yeah,
There's no
ADHD
downtime.
is bad, but like it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I just watch like my friends play it, or like freaking like I watch the Quisha play it all the time. He's like fucking fondling through like 5,000 instruments.
though. Yeah, it's a lot.
You are
rock
busy
it.
Yeah, I'm
doing
good.
it. Yeah,
It's a lot.
You always got something going on.
Rogue's double jump slow and landing duration reduced from 3 to 2 seconds because rogues needed a buff. That's good.
Yeah, sure.
Wizard's haste duration decreased from 12 to 6 seconds. Damn, that is a slap down. That's
Yeah.
pretty hefty. Wizard's invisibility duration decreased from 5 to 3 seconds. Also pretty bad in
like
terms
a
of the
weird-
nerfs.
Area to nerf them in.
Kind of. I feel like it does
That's
make
kind of
sense.
the issue,
but
though.
yeah.
You think
It
so?
is kind of the issue. Yeah.
3 seconds
There's
on
too-
Indis?
There's too many buff balls.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's a good change. It's just harsh for the wizard players, especially
Sure.
like the average player that needs the extra seconds. That's
Yeah,
it's
no,
not great.
Yeah, that's the
The
thing.
average-
Like in the hands of an average player, it's like it's harsh, but like in the hands of like a really good mage, it's still, in like my opinion, like mage in 1v3 and 1v1 is still the best class, even with these nerfs.
Yeah,
Probably.
exactly.
That's my
What-
opinion.
Let me ask you this, Jay. Because it's like you get 5 or 6 haste, right? You get 5 or is it 4?
5.
Yeah.
Or-
What if they
I
gave
can't
you like?
remember.
What if instead of these changes, this gave you 2 haste and 2
4.
invises? Like they lowered the amount of times you could use it. Because I feel like that would be. Because I don't know. It just kind of seems like it's not as useful now. But
I think that would
Or-
suck.
you can.
You definitely want more charges of it for sure.
I'd rather have more charges. The scuff part about the whole like invis haste thing is that when you cast it, right, like it has to finish the animation and then you go back to full speed. So it's around like a half second to like maybe a second if you're on high ping.
Hmm.
So a
Hmm.
3-second invis is kind of like 2 seconds after you like recover and go back to full speed and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're slowing down 35% to put a 12% movement speed buff on you for 6 seconds. So
Right.
Yeah, that's how I found out. It was kind of like iffy. It was just like a lot of people taking like haste, but like casting it is just, unless you have like insane knowledge, it's like you're kind of slowed down. It's like making up
Yeah.
for the speed that you are slowed down
super
for.
slow.
So I've been trying to do mining runs in the Goblin Caves, and I had this mage. Like I saw him. You know how you go in Goblin Caves, you look at each other, you're like, "Cool, are we cool? Like what's going on here?" And he did the little jump, like the crouch down. I was like, "All right, we're good." And then I was doing stuff, and I heard noises, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I just turned around. He just invis hasted, and it was just knifing me in the face. He waved the white flag, and then just, he did me so bad. I was like, "You clever fuck."
Sounds about right. Movement speed reduced from 70% to 65% of base move speed when casting with a spellbook. Movement speed reduced from 70 to 65% of base move speed when casting with a crystal ball. Interesting. Now here is some great changes. Achilles Strike's physical damage on hit reduced from 10 to 0. That did scale, so that's good. Damage taken per step decreased from 5 to 1. That is a massive nerf. Still going to hurt a little bit, but this next change is the doozy here, which is great. Achilles Strike's slow debuff increased from 10 to 30%. So instead of annihilating someone with a Francisca and they just melt themselves as they try to run away, now this thing just slows tremendously, does a little bit of damage, and will allow a barb to catch up or to stay on top of someone in melee range if they hit him with their melee weapon, not the Francisca. I think this is
I'm a fan
good.
of that change.
This is
I
good.
think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're throwing like a bolo at somebody.
In general, is just like insane. There's so many times where I'm just playing the barb where just like I'll just like tap somebody and like I just see Achilles Strike just kill them. Just like so I think that's a good change because it makes them like more of like you got to chase them down and like they're not going to get away at 30%. You know.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's a great change. Accelerando's duration decreased from 12 to 8 seconds. And movement speed boost decreased from 579 to 357 move speed. I still think this is pretty decent. I still think it's like I've been running with a warlock, just duos, bard, warlock, and crypts, and I just keep him sped up with Accelerando. I have Warsong going, so he gets +3 weapon damage as well, and you just keep feeding him attack speed and move speed. And just chase him around, and it's really hard for any melee especially to catch the warlock because they're just kiting and curse of painting nonstop. And if they get close, bam, you use blow of corruption with a sword, and all that extra attack helps quite a bit. It's pretty good. Drum's move speed penalty increased from 20 to 30 move speed, -30. It's not that big of a deal. Francisca axe damage has been slightly reduced, probably a good idea. Bard's Song of Silence now targets all nearby targets, including oneself. That is quite a nerf on that song. The effect radius of Bard's Unchained Harmony, that's the song that opens locks and whatnot, chests, has been changed from 600 to 300. Whatever, not that big of a deal. Bard's... Because people were like mass opening chests and also opening stuff like through a floor or... Like if you were above,
I don't think it should have a vertical thing. You guys think it should have a vertical thing on it? It should just be like a horizontal. Yeah, it should be like the floor you're on. Maybe that's difficult to code, but I don't think you should be able to do that regardless.
Yeah, I agree. Bard's Tranquility now heals 1 recoverable HP over 10, 20, or 30 seconds, and it can only apply while resting. And Bard's Clarity Song also only applies while resting. These changes are good. As a Bard main, I actually think this is how it should have been the whole time. It should have been.
The Clarity one was expected. The Tranquility one, I don't know. I feel like it's not that bad. Honestly, back to 1 healer, you know.
Yes, honestly, I think you could, if you have a little bit of money as a party, if you just bring in extra pots and bandages, you can just skip those 2 songs and bring in more buffs or debuffs.
True.
Why even bring them at this point? Bring in a couple of other songs. I don't know. I think those songs are fine, but I'm gonna try experimenting without them. Just telling people to bring their own potions.
How much was like Tranquility like without resting? Do you know like the exact?
I don't know the
numbers.
It
was a lot. I think it was 2 health a second for 8 seconds or something.
It was strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the animations of Horsey Axe, Hatchet, and Viking Sword have been slightly changed. Were they slowed down? Like, does anyone know?
I tried the Horseman today. It seemed exactly the same, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe like the third animation looked kind of different, like going at a different slant, but I couldn't tell. So I don't know if that's the animation they're talking about or whatnot. Or if they just slowed down the animation.
Apparently they have worse attack speed.
Okay, so it's just like same
horseman.
animation, just slower attack speed, basically.
Probably.
Okay.
Interesting.
Can't lawn mow anymore.
You can, it's not as effective, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now
it
it's,
is
a,
like
now it's a push mower
super
instead of a.
Interesting.
Not the
literally
John
every
Deere
barbarian
anymore.
under the sun has a horseman's axe, so I guess it's nice.
All right, the
Yeah.
final developer comment is we're currently looking into ways of slowing down the high tempo, the high end game. So yes, they were watching you guys, obviously.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're super slow.
Since it is much faster than we originally envisioned, although we have some large changes in the works that specifically target the tempo of the game for the next week, we believe that we needed to address the current speed death ball meta. That's funny. In an urgent manner with some hot fixes. We also plan to have a more extensive rework of the Bard class, while starting to flesh out the Warlock in the future update, along with continual balance changes to better align with the skill versus gear balance we seek. That's awesome. So we're going to have another little content drop in the next week or two. Hopefully we see some cool additions to the Warlock. I'm a little nervous about Bard changes, but I was going to switch to Warlock anyway when it was fleshed out. So that's exciting.
I mean, yeah, I definitely like I see the direction they're going with. And it felt like more like the beginning vanilla of like when this game first came out. Because like right now, like we were stacking like just insane like attack speed, move speed, like it's just like fastest weapon wins. And like I don't see much, especially like on my end. I do like a lot of 1v1s, like a lot of people using like two-handers. Because if you get like somebody with like just insane attack speed with a one-hander, like you're gonna fucking lose. I mean, just because you're hitting them all the time. So I like the direction they're going with. Kind of slowing down the pace, but even though that I love the fast pace combat as much as I love it, I feel like they're going the right direction.
Yeah.
It does kind of squish like the skill like outplay potential when everyone's just fucking zooming at Mach 10, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's nice for them to slow it down. Because we're running High Roller, right? And I'll get countless comments. It's like, what are you guys? Looks like Call of Duty, and I'm just like, yes, it does. We're doing 360 no scopes running at literally.
I don't know if you guys ever played the Coaling, but it was like starting to feel like that. It was just like high pace, like fast action. I'm just like, damn, it's getting crazy.
So Anthony, you and I go way back, sir. I think the first time we met, I was doing a partner spotlight with you when I was the Twitch community manager at PAX like 10 years ago, which is wild. Time flies, right? And here we are again. On a stream
man. You look
with
the
me
same too.
interviewing.
You're a vampire, also. I see.
I don't know. I look pale and puffy after sitting in bed for a week eating ice cream. But thank you. That's very kind.
Ooh, wait, hang on. What brand? What brand?
Of ice cream?
Yeah.
There's a local place called Handles, and then I also like Salt and Straw. Because I had a really.
If you go to a
bad
grocery store,
sore
like,
throat.
what are you getting now?
Like, I haven't been to a grocery store in years. I don't know.
What? What?
Yeah,
I would order it online, man.
My lady, she orders grocery delivery, and I also just use like DoorDash or Cook wherever she brings home.
What she does.
What's
Well,
that?
I'm a Haagen-Dazs guy.
I
That's
like
my
chocolate
grocery store.
chip Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But I like
Haagen-Dazs.
anything with like fudge or like cookie or brownie kind of shit, salted caramel,
yes.
that kind of stuff.
That's gross.
But I don't
Salted caramel's
typically eat a lot of ice cream because I'm lactose intolerant. But I had that COVID sore throat shit, so I was eating ice cream like every day because my throat felt like sandpaper, and it just
How did you get
bloated
COVID?
me. So we had my son just turned 1 a couple of weeks ago, and we had a birthday party for him, a Where the Wild Things Are themed party, and we had like 30 people. Yeah, it's a great book. We had like 30, 40 people at the house. And during that party, the baby, after being passed around by everyone, got sick. The lady got sick. And then as they were leaving to Arizona...
Wait, was the baby the carrier there? Then just
Probably.
infected everyone?
So I got sick.
Patient zero.
Yeah, I got sick like 10 days ago as they were getting over it. And I just got over it like yesterday. So yeah, I haven't been live. I haven't been doing anything. Just kind of like gaming, sleeping a lot, drinking lots of hot tea, eating ice cream, and just getting fat as I lay in my fucking dark bedroom. But
Sounds like life.
yeah, it was pretty good. But all that being said, here we are again on a stream. I'm interviewing you again, which is hilarious. I think this is like our 4th time on a stream where you're one of the subject matters, which is great. But I wanted to talk to you about your stream and when you got into Dark and Darker. So when was the first time you streamed, Dad? Were you one of the early play testers, or did you discover it after it kind of blew up in like playtest 3 or 4? What's your dad history?
Who's going first? You go ahead first.
No, you.
No, you. We're talking about you.
Oh, me? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
bad. All right. I played the first playtest. I'm trying to remember
Oh, wow.
exactly how
Okay.
like I found out about it. I really don't remember, but yeah, I remember I was in the first playtest, and I think it was one of my friends that was playing it, that streamer friends that are just like, hey, because it was like a game drought at the time or some shit.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. And I just got like instantly connected to the game, like just the whole like, you know, medieval theme, and then like of course it's got like the Tarkov extraction. And before this game, I was playing a lot of Tarkov, and I was like, all right, it's like a better Tarkov, you know?
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
and then the melee combat was freaking amazing. It reminded me of the Calling a lot, you know what I mean? And Chivalry. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And I just got connected with it. I just absolutely fell in love with the game, and it's been the same ever since.
Yeah, man, this is my favorite game since DayZ mod dropped. Like it,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have, I haven't had a feeling like this for a game in 10 years. So
Don't
totally
forget
hear you.
that like addiction, you know what I mean? It's just like I wake up and I just want to play the game, you know?
That's awesome. So it's safe to assume this is
Yeah.
your main game at the moment.
I would say so, yeah.
That's awesome.
for sure.
Very good. And what's your go-to class? I know you switch it up a little bit. I've seen you play Warlock recently, but what do you think
Yeah.
is your best?
I have the most hours on fighter, so usually I like a lot of the first play test. It was the fighter class, and then I switched around a lot. You know, what I mean, like I do enjoy like Rogue and Ranger a lot, just because they can run around the map. I play a lot of solos, so like running around the map and finding players, it's like real easy opening shit and all that. And but playing like a fighter, you know, you're fat as hell. Like especially like a fighter is very like gear dependent. And so like if you're super geared, like you're running at like, you know, 220 maybe if you're lucky, like movement speed going around the map. But
Yeah.
like Ranger Rogue, it's a lot of fun to like just go around and just do everything very quickly.
Yeah.
But recently, I got into like Warlock a lot. I was doing just troll runs. And my opinion, like troll runs, like doing it with the lock is like the fastest is insane. I think I got it down to like 30 seconds one time just killing the troll. Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
but yeah, I play all the classes except for Bard. That's it.
Have you
I
done,
leveled up Bard one time when it first came out because I know there's like a lot of changes. I should try it again, but yeah, when they first introduced Bard, I like leveled up to max level, and I was just like, I don't know, the play style.
Yeah,
it
no.
doesn't fit.
I played
my style, you know.
I played 3 Bard games, got a headache, and haven't been back.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, as someone that's not as cracked as like a Jay or Repose or a Flow, I'm not hitting
Yeah.
my shots like I used to. Bard, it just slips on like an old comfy shoe. I can just chase the sweaters around. It's fucking
Yeah.
great. And then I get to hoover up some fucking loot. I have never been more wealthy than I am with my Bard. It's fucking
Okay.
great. I love it.
Nice.
I'm not gonna comment.
It's, hey man, I tell you what, if you had the right buffs on and the right weapon, I mean, I roll the rapier with the rapier
Yeah.
perk. You
I think it all
attack
depends
faster
on
than
like your
rogue.
play style, you know what I mean, too. Like
Yeah.
some people, you know, they love different classes, and if it Bard fits for you, it fits for you.
I mean, I'm excited to see the Warlock changes. That was my main, I guess, whenever EA first dropped, but it's just not quite ready. You have been playing the Warlock. What do you think would be some cool additions to the class? I mean, we've only seen a very, very small percentage of the kit, but what do you think would be cool? Have you
Cool
thought
additions
about
to
it?
the class of Warlock.
Yeah, more perks, more
I know a lot of people
spells.
like I hear a lot of my streamers like they still want to like nerf more like magical healing on Warlock, but I like my opinion, I think it's fine where it's at right now. Like for example, like if you have somebody that's on you, I don't care if you got like plus 25 magical healing, your ass is dead. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like it's still not gonna save you from there. PV, yeah, it's gonna be amazing, like healing you and all that, but change for Warlock. I'll just say more survivability against like because their major counters definitely rangers, mages, rogues. I mean, rogues catching you out of stealth is like a lot of people's counters, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's every class's counter.
Pretty much.
they have phase for the rangers, and rogues and all that, but maybe they're just like maybe another counter for them or whatnot. Because since they're like so squishy, I mean, there's countless times that I'm just giga geared it out on my warlock, and I'll just die to a gray rogue or something. You know what I mean? Or a gray ranger. You know,
Sucks.
so
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's not okay. It's not okay. I totally hear you though. Yeah, all the magical healing in the world is not going to save you from a couple of bursty stiletto dagger shots, right? But
Yeah.
I think the warlock is incredibly fun. Have you soloed the lich?
I have not. I heard you can, but I definitely want to try it though.
If I
feel
can
like
do
I
it, you can definitely do it, guaranteed.
You did it? Okay.
Yeah, if my fucking old bones can get through it, I know you can. Yeah, I mean, just go. I did it with only +3 magical healing too. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go around with hellfire the shit out of him.
Grace
Circling
spell
Yep.
book with +3 all magical healing on like a couple trash pieces of gear. Base kit. All you have to do if you're solo is just rat. Could take the first red, cheese
Yeah.
everything with hellfire, get to the lich, kill him in like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Really? All right.
And then you
Yeah,
just
I've
hit
actually
the
like
pile.
never attempted that, but
It's easy.
now that you mention it, you know, yeah.
The only thing you have to worry about is make sure that you are at full health when the purple ring explodes. So
Okay.
yeah, you want to make sure that you're fully healed when that purple ring explodes. If it's not, you're probably gonna die. Even a sliver of health can fuck you. But if you stay full health, you obviously just got to keep a lot of the minions, Curse of Pain as well, like 2 or 3 minions plus the lich, power sacrifice on them as well. You'll out heal the whole fight.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing. People were doing it, farming it on HR as well, apparently. It's just,
Yeah.
it takes a while. You have to have a lot of magical power, magical damage gear as well. Because obviously that affects Hellfire quite a bit. And once you put a lot of magic damage on Hellfire, when it's doing like 70, 80 magic damage a second, it's stupid. It's really fucking stupid.
A little OP.
Yeah. Another fun thing to do as a Warlock and High Roller is play with a Ranger buddy. I would recommend Ranger, Warlock, Bard personally. And you have the Ranger trap a door. When a big Giga Chad barb or fighter comes rolling through, they get stuck on the trap, you Hellfire them, they instantly die. All that PDR means nothing. Yeah, that is extremely fun to do.
That would be the most
happening, yeah.
frustrating shit as like a fighter or someone that like I don't know if you knew like the new meta of the traps or whatever with the arrow in the door, but I'm pretty sure Jay knows.
What is
Imagine that happening.
Wait, what's the new meta?
I mean, so you can like shoot an arrow at a door and then you place a trap on the arrow. So it's like like they would have to just like take the trap out or they're gonna hit it every time because you can't crouch under it, you can't run through it, and like it's
That
mid.
is
Yeah,
filthy.
like imagine just taking like shooting an arrow in the mid door and then putting a trap on it. That's what it is. So crazy.
Wow.
Sure,
Oh,
they'll fix
that
that though. I'm pretty sure they'll fix that. So
God.
That's insane. Wow. Okay.
So you have to look at every door you walk up to now, like real
yeah,
careful.
just
I
make
mean,
sure.
there's a big old
God.
trap just sitting in the middle.
Yeah, but I mean,
Floating
how
trap.
many dark doors do you walk up to? You're just like,
That's
"Ah, I'm gonna
crazy.
fucking open this bitch."
Wow. That's insane.
Dirty.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So we know that there is a few more classes coming out. We have the Druid next. Are you going to switch to a shape-shifting fucking Druid, Anthony?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna try it out. Like it's.
You're not going to
You know.
main bear form?
I don't think so. Like I'm like always in games that I play, I'm always like such like a melee damage, like physical type of like player. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
you know, barbarian, fighter, rogue.
Grizzly
I like
bear.
it a lot. You know what I mean? Like the casting kind of stuff is cool, but it's not like really my style. Like I've recently like started playing mage a lot. I love it. I love like the microing and all that. I think it's really cool, the fast gameplay. But it's just like it's not my style, you know what I mean? I love like just fierce physical force, you know.
No, that makes
But
sense.
yeah, I'll definitely try out Druid. I don't think I'd probably like main it though.
So you got your hands on a fucking Fulgore.
Yeah.
What was
Must
that
be
like?
nice.
What was that like?
Ridiculous.
Tell me about that.
Literally just one shot into everyone. I mean, of course, like my other gear was like kind of stacked on top of it, but
Hang on, I have to ask. When you got the full gore, were you like,
Yeah.
all right, let me go into high roller, let me show people how it's done, or did you just take one time where you went to normals and just rolled some noobs?
we did both. So it's like me and Sequisha. I think at the time we're like for the longest time it was just me and Sequisha with full gore, and I just go in and just like I mean it didn't even have to be a headshot. It's just like chest shot was like freaking like it'd be like 80-90 damage physical, then 80-90 damage like magical. Like everyone just got like fucking one shot. It was crazy, and it was cool
Yeah.
looking because it was lightning.
There's a video of a warlock using full gore with blow of corruption, and he has a bunch of magic damage
Oh my god,
on his gear. So even without blow of corruption, the lightning damage is hitting like a truck by itself, right?
Oh yeah.
And then with blow of corruption, it was hitting like something like 100 something plus magic damage from blow of corruption and the lightning and all his gear, plus the actual hit from the sword is doing like 70 damage. So
Yeah.
it was just deleting.
I guarantee you that
two
he
hits.
was hitting like probably like he could like limb hit for probably like over 200 with full gore probably. Like,
Disgusting. He was. I think one person took 2 hits. That was it.
that's-
Everyone else just died to 1 hit. It's insane. But yeah, full gore is amazing.
Jay, have you found a unique yet? The swipe?
Yeah, we have life after death, and we killed the squad that had nipple in yesterday.
Okay. How many high roller bosses have you killed?
You don't want to know.
But that's the best way to get it, right?
That's the only way to get them.
Yeah.
But no, actually, we got pestilence last wipe though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
I've
it like
seen
a
2
1%
names.
chance? Like, what are we talking here?
I don't know. I probably have like maybe 150, 200 at this point, something like that.
Like,
And
if
I've
you
seen
found
2,
two,
so yeah, that'd be
a
like 1
one.
in 100. Yeah, 1% drop.
Oh.
rate.
Fuck me, I'm not getting one.
I got life after death though. It's just like so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I died to rogue poison from a
Oh,
base
yeah,
kit
yeah,
rogue
that's
after
right.
the
Yeah, you told me.
effect went off. Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh no.
Like the one fucking weakness of that fucking axe.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Wait, what is it? What's the weakness of this?
So it makes you, when you die, it makes you invincible for 2 seconds, and it puts you at 1 HP.
Okay.
So I killed this rogue and this cleric and stuff, but he had poison on me, so the effect went off, and then when the effect ended, I just died to poison.
With the final second, it probably did 1 damage to you and killed you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
That's
cool.
tough, dude.
Not cool.
no.
That sucks.
What do you guys feel about like poisons? Like just because like there's so many rogues that just roll in like gray gear and they just they with the poison spec. Like, what do you feel about like if poisons do the same aspect that they do now, but doesn't kill you? So they leave you at 1 HP, but doesn't kill you. What do you think about that?
I personally like that change. Kind of like World of Warcraft
Yeah.
or Diablo 2, rather. Like in Diablo 2, if you get poisoned, it always takes you down to 1 health and you can survive the poison
Huh.
instead of dying to it. I think that'd be a good change, personally. That's a good suggestion, Mr. Hentai.
I think it's just a dark and darker staple for 2 rogues to both die in the same fight. In the war.
Stab each other, just 5 stacks. All right, we're both dead.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's the one group I don't feel bad for ever. I'm sorry.
What rogues?
Yeah, no, just not.
Bunch of
No
rats,
sympathy.
dude.
Yeah, they just go in with no gear and just hope to God they could get a kill. And sometimes, a lot of times they do because they don't need it.
Ryan
You know what's
6 days
crazy?
a week said they got to make Life After Death cleanse whenever that final HP pops. Cleanse the target.
That'd be
Yeah,
good.
that would be
That
nice.
would be a good change. So what
They
were you
make
gonna
it
say?
much better. I was just gonna say that you guys gotta see the new Rogue era. When we've been playing like Tokyo servers, in Japan and stuff, and they have the Douyu streamers, like the Chinese Twitch guys.
Yeah.
So these guys are crazy. There'll be like 10 butt naked rogues, and they're like all in a Discord call. They snipe it, make sure they get in the game, and
10?
they'll watch. Yeah, like 10, and they'll be like this, right? They'll be looking at their other monitor, watching the Douyu streamers, and the second somebody dies in the fight, they just fucking swarm, bro. They go straight for the body. They pick it clean, and like one guy will have all the loot, and another rogue will like body block and make sure he can get away with the loot, and he'll just like sacrifice himself.
What
Crazy.
the fuck? It's like a pack
These
of
guys
wild
are
dogs,
relentless.
dude. Like
Yeah,
a pack
oh,
of
yeah.
wild
Y'all remember?
dogs.
Did y'all ever play H1Z1 back in the
Crazy.
day with the red shirt army? The Chinese players that would just
Yeah.
swarm servers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my
Oh.
god, dude! They would all like literally. It would be like NA servers, right? Like where these dudes would just roll up, all in red shirts, and they would just you would wear a red shirt and you would start speaking Chinese, and you guys would all be on the same team, and they would always win every round and just roll the whole server.
Yeah, it looked
It
like
was,
it looked like like a zombie movie. There'd be like 40 of them, and like it'd be a streamer with a gun and 40
Yeah.
red shirts just trying to swarm this dude, getting mowed down, and like the last 3 would punch the dude to death and take his shit.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
pretty bad.
the good old days.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you gotta respect the organization, but like that, like what for what? Especially like with the H1Z1, like
You know,
is it good?
sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes you just have a bad day, and you're like, what can I do to just make someone as equally as upset as I am right now? And yeah, sometimes it makes you feel better.
I'm just gonna call up 39 of my friends and go kill a streamer. Yeah.
I don't see the crazy thing about the Chinese servers, like the Chinese players and stuff like that. I don't even think they know each other. I just think everyone on there just was like, "Fuck it, let's just ride together, like go China," and like they
Same
just were like,
mindset, you know?
"Yeah, if I see you, we're on the same squad, dude. Like let's roll." So
Yeah, I
we're
respect
fucked,
that.
dude. World War III, they're coming for us. All right, they're organized.
So Anthony, at this point, I think we could all agree that the game needs some content, some new progression paths. I'm not getting bored. I fucking love the game. I'm still heavily addicted. But
Yeah.
a new map would be nice. Some quests would be fucking nice. A talent tree with some
like,
builds would
yeah,
be
I
nice.
feel like the talent tree would be the biggest move, honestly. Like because like all the balance changes that they're doing right now, who knows? Like no one knows like how the talent tree is gonna be, and like
Yeah.
it could change like the whole aspect of everything. You know what I mean? Like I think they should introduce that. It would make much more unique builds and get rid of all this meta shit that's going on. It's really annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just more ways that people can play. You know, I think the talent tree would be the way right now because like I don't think like balancing things like right now is the best thing because like who knows what the talent tree like it could be much more intricate, which I feel like it's gonna be, and it's gonna change everything. You know what I mean? Like balancing things right now just means like nothing until the talent tree comes out.
Yeah, how would you implement it? I personally think that the talent tree should unlock once you hit level 20, and then you get like another 10 to 20 levels, I guess you could say, that are really just unlocking the talent tree points. Have you thought about it at all? Like, how would you approach it? Do you think talents, if you go down a branch long enough, should it unlock a new active ability or a perk? Should it be something that specializes in a certain weapon type? Like you could put in points to make your spear thrusts faster or something like that as a fighter. Like, how would you approach it?
Yeah, that definitely would be cool. Like especially for like different classes that use different weapons. That would make like every weapon that they use. You know what I mean? Depending on the talent tree that you go down, what they want to specialize in. And I think that would build like uniqueness of like all the different weapons because right now it's just like, all right, I'm this class. What's the best weapon I can use in PvP? It's like, oh, well, it's this one. Why would I use this other fucking weapon? You know what I mean? So like having that, I feel like would spread more love to the other weapons, which I feel like they should. I mean,
Yeah.
Viking sword.
I was just thinking about Viking sword. Imagine as like a barbarian, you could you could drop 3 talent points into Viking sword so that the first initial strike is 5, 10, 15% faster.
Like I would just say
something like
like just have like so much variation in the talent tree that no one can like guess what the meta is. You know what I mean? Like people just have all kinds of
Yes.
crazy shit.
Oh, are we talking like Path of Exile level talent tree? Like how deep are we going?
Not that crazy.
no.
My guess is
man.
yeah, that's too intense. My guess is you'd have like you hit level 20 and then it unlocks the talent tree. From there you have another 20 soft levels to unlock 20 talent points, right? But let's say there's 50 choices in the talent tree, right? So you have to like pick a couple of paths. Maybe you get rewarded if you go all the way down one particular branch. If you put all 20 points into the left branch, maybe because you've decided to put all the points in that branch, you're rewarded with a new perk or a new active at the bottom of it or something like
Yeah.
that. Or
Yeah,
you
I
could
think what it was that World of Warcraft had like a really good balance of that. Like you go down the tree, it's like, oh, you can like get this badass like technique at the beginning, or you can spread
Exactly.
it equally throughout.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
It also
and I
gives you
think,
like a ton of options.
exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of
it just
hybrid
creates,
builds
like,
and shit. Yeah.
there's so much variations. Like instead of just balancing things around like what meta is happening, you actually create like so much like random chaos that no one can guess what it is, and it's so much fun. You know, what I mean, that's what Dark and Darker is all about. You know, what I mean, it's just like I fucking die to like random crazy shit all the time. Like that was pretty cool. I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Yeah, I think it'd be with this system, it'd be a good way to introduce subclassing as well, right? So, like the wizard, he has like an evocation tree or necromancy in Dungeons and Dragons. If there was a few options for the talents for the wizard, for instance, let's say you go down the evocation tree and you can put points into fireball so that it doesn't damage your teammates whenever you cast a fireball, right? Or necromancy, if you put enough points into the necromancer branch in the talent tree, you can get health back every time you kill someone with zap. You get like 25% of the health back of the damage you did with zap. Or you can get a new active ability where you can raise a skeleton that follows you around and attacks the people that you attack or something like that, right?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that'd be super cool. Yeah, it's a good way
There's gonna
to
be-
introduce those subclasses. But what were we gonna
Dude,
say?
if the talent tree goes that deep, there's going to be a lot of neglectful fathers working at Iron Mace games. It's going to be a lot of crunch, a lot of no family time.
Well,
Oh, I
that's
couldn't
what.
I mean,
imagine
how it is
Talent.
now. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it is right now. You know,
Yeah, I feel like they're slaving away hard right now. Yeah, I mean, luckily, early access is here, right? So they've probably made at least a few $1 million at this point. Let's hope. They're paying back all those early investors. Let's hope. And with the pennies they have left over, hire. Yeah, exactly. Fuck the investors. I would hope that they would spend some of that money on additional headcount, bolster the team so they could get updates out faster. I don't know though. I'm not Terrence Park. I'm not running that studio. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, this game on
like
Steam,
they're
I
in
think,
the right
is-
direction of how they want to like update stuff. You know, what I mean, like they really like look into it and kind of like you know, they really focus on it, which is good. Like you see that from like the dev company compared to like different dev companies. They actually like care a lot at this point. I hope they just
Right.
stay
Yeah.
with it. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I think you brought up a really good point, Anthony. Though, that, like,
Hmm.
so I think some balance is needed, but until you bring out talent trees and stuff like that, I don't really think they should balance the game a whole ton because I feel like that's
Yeah.
just kind of wasting time until we get all the
Exactly.
features out there.
They're
exactly.
just gonna obliterate all the balancing that they did by dropping
Exactly.
Yeah.
trees.
Yeah.
Just a lot of wasted time. And just
It
no
does,
point
yeah.
to it.
Really smart.
Yeah, I get the hot fixes. Like, let's adjust certain spells a little bit with a quick update. I get that, but true balancing, unfortunately for the average player, that's got to be way, way later down the line. Once
Yeah,
once all the talents are out, once all the classes are out, once they've figured out gear and stats and the other named weapons and items. Once all that's figured out, then they should really dig into balancing. But how far out's that? Who knows?
Yeah.
What about quests, Anthony? I know that you've done a lot of Tarkoving. You've done a lot of the quests in Tarkov. How do you think quests should operate? And do you think that talent trees are more important than quests and giving players more to do in the dungeon right now? Or what's your opinion?
No, I think it's like
Equal?
both very important because like I know a lot of people like I love to PvP a lot, but there's a lot of people that like to not PvP, you know what I mean? And having those kind of quests in the game definitely will like keep them more interested in the game, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they need this certain item, I gotta find it or whatnot. I think that's pretty cool. You know, you like kind of accommodate like people that like PvE also instead of PvP, which I think would be great also, you know, maybe introduce both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. I want both at the same time too.
Did they ever come out with a roadmap as far as timeline and stuff like this for Dark and Darker? I don't think Iron Mace has, right?
No,
so.
and I really wish they would, even if it's a loose one that they break. Even if
Yeah,
they don't
just to
stick
give
to
us
it,
an
just
idea.
give us an infographic of the next 12 months. I think people
be
would
nice
go
to see-
apeshit for that.
Yeah, and like you said, even if they break it, it'd just be nice to see what
Where their heads
what
at.
comes out and what what they're thinking is going to come next after that. That'd be nice.
Exactly. Yeah,
It only took Escape from Tarkov, what, like 6 years to come out with a fucking roadmap?
Jesus
They
Christ.
just came out with them this last year. It's like, all right,
That's crazy.
job, guys.
Yeah, I think
Tarkov like still like early access technically.
technically,
yeah. It will be
technically,
forever.
beta or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
7
Days
years
Galore
later.
again, man.
Star Citizen still early access.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
is it?
it's not fully released yet. Definitely not. But yeah, I think it won't be for years. Yeah, I think talent trees is going to be really helpful, just so that you can have a stronger self identity with whatever character you're trying to build out. I think that's really important. Quests almost as important, if not more important, just so that people have other shit to do beyond buff ball and roll over all the other players every lobby, because that's the only thing they
Yeah,
do right now.
dude, right now it's just like they just go in, they're just like loot as much shit as I can, sell gold or get gold, and what can I buy to make myself more buff? Like it'd be cool to have like a different aspect for players to like lean for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if I could get my way, by the end of the year, I would like to see Bard reworked and finished, Warlock completely finished, and quests out and talent trees out, and then maybe the early iteration of the Druid. That would be my dream for the end of the year.
Yeah. It'd be even cool to have like maybe like different kind of like maybe like professions that people would go into, you know. I mean, I see a lot of people love to like mine, or like, you know, there could be like other things that you can like farm, or like, you know, you could be like a blacksmith or someone that creates like bows and arrows for people or something.
First
like that.
aid,
That'd be
make
really
better
cool.
bandages, potions.
I mean, there's
or
like
an
there's
gem
bowstrings
guy,
and
you know?
shit that you can find in raid, right? So
Yeah.
I think you're dead on. I think having different types of crafting that people can specialize in would be great.
Money sinks.
Alchemy. If you could skip using the alchemist and the merchants and just buy your potions from players in trade or an auction house eventually or something, that'd be super cool. Being a gem socketer or something like that could be a really cool one.
You think they should tie like profession levels to like a character?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
We'll see. I'm yeah.
Cool.
Like
At
having
first,
your own
yeah.
personal stats, basically, or whatever you level. That could be interesting.
I think it'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Someone said, "What if it was like Eve, total player economy?" I think that's actually cool. There's two ways they could go: completely ditch trade in the auction house in general, just have better merchants and everything is found in game or traded, or traded amongst party members by throwing something on the ground in game, or get rid of the merchants and have it only be a player-driven economy. Which that sounds
Kind of a pain in
little
the ass.
intense. Yeah, that sounds a little too much.
Just to go
I
get
can
some
see
pots
the
for the
pyramid
raid.
scheme already.
Yeah, that'd be too much. That wouldn't
Lord
work.
Collector is
What do you
just
guys think about,
salivating.
like an auction house, kind of like WoW? What do you think about that?
I would love
That'd be good.
I would love an auction house and just a trade chat as well. Why not both?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Yeah, why not both?
Yeah.
Because like sometimes sometimes you just want to get in a raid. It's just like haggling with somebody for like freaking like 15 minutes for some piece of shit item. It's just like, oh my god, wish
Yeah.
I could just throw it on the auction house, and if someone wants to buy it, they can buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At a decent price.
Yeah, do you think if people could just set it and forget it in an auction house and just move on into a raid, do you think that would kill trade, or do you think people would still use both?
No, they definitely use both. I mean, like they would just like it would actually make more people go into more raids faster, and it would up the amount of items that would be being sold and up the economy. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people waste their time on trade. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, like people are just in trade for God knows how long, and like they're not in the game making money to buy stuff or to get stuff to sell it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a win-win situation if you could just throw it and forget it.
I think the way you can make it good, right, is just take the fee off trade. Like if you want to use trade chat, no fee, but if you want to use an auction house, you got to pay the fee. So that way, if you want to do it nice and dirty, you're like a guy out there selling your fruit, like, oranges, $5, come get them, or you go put them on the market. You gotta pay to put them on the market.
I think
That's a good idea.
I think make the trade fee just lower. Make it 5 gold. Make
Make it
auction
lower,
house
yeah.
15 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it
Especially with
aggressive.
this
So
economy. Yeah.
list of good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're right about some people just sitting in trade and trying to get rich without actually playing the game. The guest coming on next
I
week.
think that's cool.
I think it's super cool. Yeah, the guest coming on next week is this guy named Lord Collector, and he streams. And he is an auctioneer and a collector of gear. and he sells people's gear for them on his stream and takes a commission, and he auctions off and sells the best gear in the game all live for other players. So like all named items, super expensive shit. He gets so rich that he does these giveaways where he'll give away like a key to his viewers or some shit like that, a bunch of money. And it's pretty entertaining. It's a very unique way to approach the game. I knew not a lot, but a few nerds back in the day that all they did was hang out in Stormwind in World of Warcraft, and they were auction guys. That's it. They never they got to like level 60 just to say they were 60, and then just stayed at the auction house for hours
Some people
and hours
like
and hours.
that aspect of the game. I mean, there's a ton of
See
people
that-
that Tarkov that do the same thing. They just auction, or they buy low, sell high. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's pretty cool.
Very interesting way to play. I personally can't do that. I need to be clicking heads or chasing someone that's clicking heads, but that's just me. It's still pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to speaking to him about it just because it's such a unique approach. And I'm sure there's some intricate things that he does, especially with auctioning off other people's shit that we don't even know about. That'll be cool to learn about.
This man paid Jay in gold and the percentage of silver. It's gonna
Yes,
be a
he
good
did.
time.
That's pretty
This
hardcore.
man said,
Here's one of
like,
those. Oh no!
He's like, I
Yeah.
sold
Go
their
for it.
items for 2,003 gold and 0.7, and then he gives me 2007 like 3 silver coins. I'm like, bro, you got something wrong with you, man.
Yeah. That's amazing.
What the fuck?
That's hilarious. Why don't we move into Q&A mode now? We've been chatting for almost an hour.
Yeah.
My chat, Jay's
I'm gonna go to
chat.
the bathroom real quick. I'll
Sure.
be right back.
Do it up. Get the questions going, ladies and gentlemen. He just got done selling Mendo's Famine for 45 keys. What? 45 keys.
What is Mendo's Famine?
Mendo's a streamer. Famine
Mendo?
is the Horseman X.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, gotcha.
I got one question. How the fuck does someone have 45 keys? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, what the fuck, right?
You smell that?
Yeah,
Let me see that history on your browser, my friend.
Yeah, that's
Pull it up.
that's intense. That's intense.
Are y'all feeling like cheaters are bad? Or are they just low key? You think? I don't know.
I'm not noticing him.
I don't-
No,
Yeah.
I think I don't really think it's cheaters. I think it's just like there is a shit ton of gold farmers.
Oh, that in that
Yeah.
regard, yes. There's a lot of gold farmers.
What's the good gold farm?
Hmm?
You don't know?
I don't know. I can tell you right now, like half of
'Cause
our
I
games
wanna know.
They have a bunch of rogues that just like hide and they loot everything.
Yeah.
And they run away. The second there's any conflict, they got the rondelle, they put it away, and they're just fucking running the opposite direction forever.
Yeah,
They
you
do not want to get caught.
Yeah, you do hide and stealth, smoke bomb, the silent
Little
footsteps,
Shadowrunner action.
pickpocket, the pick locking shit, Shadowrunner,
Yeah.
and you can just essentially, without being seen once, walk out with hundreds of gold every
Fuck, man.
7 minutes, right?
Yeah, me and Son were talking about this the last time we played. We were saying maybe rogue stealth shouldn't be 100% invisible. Maybe if you like really look at it, you should be able to see him.
I think
that
like
might be-
like the shimmer over Predator,
That's
you
fun.
know that, where you can like kind of see an outline. I think that would be nice. I think that
I
would.
think that would make sense for like Invis, but I think Rogue Stealth's cool. I guess I don't think so.
Maybe.
Uh,
I can see
I don't know.
Repos in chat just broke his keyboard from saying no.
Bro, sometimes I'll see like a dark corner and I'll throw a light orb out and 3 rogues will pop up and they just scatter like fucking cockroaches, dude. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
I love how 2 a.m. Gaming's like, why do people like making games so casual? Because I said put a shimmer over the rogue stealth. Yeah, it's super casual.
I got a hot take. Rogue is a casual class. If you can go invisible, it's
Wow.
pretty fucking casual, dude. Just straight up invis.
Dang, called rogue casual. Oh shit, you're gonna upset all the rats.
I know, dude. They're coming for me. No, I play fighter. I play literally like the dummy meathead class. So you know.
I mean, honestly,
Oh.
like fighter is a lot more intricate than you think. Like in my opinion, like it's got basic skills, but like when it comes to like, I mean, even especially like team gameplay and like even like solo too, sometimes like it can get a lot more intricate, especially during combat. You know, so
For sure.
Okay, is it ROUGE or ROGUE, boys? Which is it? The amount of people.
Wait. Say that again.
The amount of people that can't spell rogue is fucking crazy, man.
Rogu.
Rouge.
Rouge.
Oh,
Baton
that's hilarious.
Rouge.
All right, let's get some questions in, folks. Let's see here. Give us your questions, comments. Yeah, it's ROUEG exactly. Yes, thanks. Thanks, Rustin
Nice.
Puss.
Here to lead, not to read.
All right, what do you guys got? Give us your cues. Let's see here.
Questions in chat. What we're doing now?
Wilson's game has
we'll
been
cue
doing shield smash with Buckler with his fighter.
Oh,
That is hilarious.
what a good
How's that working
chat.
out for you, Wilson?
That's crazy. He says it's hilarious and he's super fast with it. That's nice. Do you think Wizard
go.
Haste and Invis should only be for the wizard himself, Mr. J. Griffey?
Probably. Or
Really?
they have to like, yeah, probably. Or they have to like significantly nerf the duration on other people. I think.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
if they're gonna do that, they might as well just make it self-cast.
What would you think about like, okay, so like keep it kind of like how they had it before with the time frame of haste and invis, but you can only cast one at a time. You can't
Like
overlap.
you can't
them.
have both.
Yeah, you can't haste and then like invis. What do you think about
I
that?
think it would be okay. I don't think that's necessarily like a bad change or anything. It would be alright, I think. I do think though, like when Sorcerer comes out and say they probably gut like a lot of the damage on Wizard, they should crank that stuff back up though. To make it more utility and stuff.
I don't know. As much as I've like died to mages, and my god, I think they're just absolutely amazing 1v1, 1v3. Like I feel like
They
the
are.
class is like fine, like how it was pre-nerf. It's just like I said before, I feel like they just need to up the other classes to kind of like, I don't know, balance those things. But again, like I know we discussed like talent trees and whatnot. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Who even knows like if they'll up like like the levels to like even do like more perks or whatnot too.
No, I think that's a really smart point because it's like, what are we even doing before you can
Yeah.
spec your character wherever you want? It's like kind of just doing nothing here.
It's
Whatever.
kind of like, well, I'm a car nerd, but it's kind of like getting a Dino tune and then the next week like doing a motor swap. It's like, what are you doing? You know,
Totally understand.
Yeah, you guys know what I mean.
I like you make a sand. You're basically making a sand castle before high tide comes in. It's like high tide's gonna smash that
pretty
sand
much.
castle.
Yeah.
All right, who knows what's gonna
There you go.
happen?
That's a good one.
I just hope like the devs aren't just like they hear like a lot of complaints from like the base and they're like, oh god, we got better change this real quick or people are gonna get pissed off. I hope they're not like thinking that. You're not thinking of like the bigger picture of like how the game is gonna be like towards the end game, introducing like talent trees and whatnot. I mean, I hope they're not like being sideswayed by that because
Well, let me ask you this, Anthony. How do you feel about like just game balance as it is right now? Do you feel like the game is generally well balanced?
it's okay balanced. I mean, there's definitely like certain metas to the game, and depending on like how the, I guess, devs are wanting the combat to be, it's not close to how they want it to be, in my opinion. I just see it as like going like in a direction where people are starting to get where like, all right, well, this is like the meta of like, team game or like 1v1 and this is how it's going to be. And it's going that direction. I mean, I hope it doesn't go that direction because that starts ruining the fun out of especially these type of games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need good variety in a game like this for sure.
Yeah. Because this
I
game
think
is
they've
not
done-
like, it's not super sweaty. I mean, you don't want it to be like super duper sweaty. People have played this game. It's fun. It's just random shit happens all the time, and it's hilarious. I think they should just
Yeah.
go on with that.
Have you tried to teach a new person to play the game recently?
I have actually, yeah.
How rough was that experience?
It's rough, but it's entertaining. I mean, it's fun.
All right,
Like I
fair.
tell them straight up, I'm like, you're gonna die a lot. Like I died a shit ton when starting out this game. Everyone dies a lot playing this game.
Yeah.
But it's just like once you get over that hump of learning the game and how to manipulate like the PvE environment and all that, you start having a blast with it and start escaping more or whatnot. It's just getting over that initial
Learning
torture
hump.
of the game, you know,
Yeah.
is I think it's more satisfying though when you actually like leave. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, all this hard work, I left, I made some money. It's like, oh shit, okay, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Do you guys think from Big Sandy Tacos, think the game will go found in raid like Tarkov did to try and stop RMT? Items that can only be found in raid can't be traded. Do you think it'd be healthy?
No, I don't think they would do that. I think you could safely say that Battlestate Games doesn't give a flying fuck about RMT and cheaters.
Agreed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't
And the
say.
The thing about Battle State is a lot of the changes they made to fight RMT just hurt the game in general. Like
Yeah.
the found and raid thing was kind of a huge pain in the ass. They've adjusted like weight and stuff like that. And it's just a lot of it. And like you can't bring containers. You used to be able to like have fun meme runs where you'd bring like a grenade case full of containers, but
Oh god,
because there's fucking cheaters and
dude.
yeah, you used to be able to do some silly shit, but because they had to make all those changes, it kind of took away some of the fun of the game. So
Yeah.
Yeah, especially yeah. With the weight changes, I would say that like turned me off the most about Tarkov was like the weight
Yeah.
changes. Because I like again, like I play a lot of like solo, and like I know a lot of other people do the same thing. Like don't have many friends or whatever. You just play by yourself, and it sucks. Like if you kill like a full squad, you can only loot like maybe half the first dude you killed. It's just like okay, well I killed
Right.
4 people, I can only loot half of this guy's shit. It's like it's stupid. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's in my opinion, it's like changes that don't need to be made in a video game that just surpasses like there's like a good balance between fun and just having a change where it's just like, all right, do we want to go that realistic or whatnot?
Yeah, please,
Sure.
please.
And
no way.
again, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's a video game that people want to have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Archangel TV asked, thoughts on one class per team only? We normally see it towards the higher end gameplay, but do you think it's broken to run into a team that has more than one class? So like 2 rangers and a rogue, or 3 rogues, or something like that. What do you guys think about that? Forcing it. I don't think you should force players to do it, but
No.
I get where that guy is coming from.
I kind of think it's anti-fun, but like considering there's like 15 rogues in the lobby and
It's just
a couple of them are 3-man rogues, it's like shit.
Well-
Either that or just limit the amount of classes per lobby.
That's
right?
what
Even
I
if
would
it
do.
even if it doubles the queue time from 1 second to 2. Holy, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah, just have more variations of classes would be great.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. Yeah, I think that's kind of the anti-fun fix. I think the real fix is you got to understand why there's 15 rogues in the lobby and try to fix that problem. Like why other people, why
Easiest to
people are
loot and
playing.
scoot, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe make it a little harder to loot and scoot.
Well, I
just
mean,
don't
what
know
if
how
it
they
was
would do that?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
What
don't
if
know
you could
either.
just limit like one lobby cannot have more than 25% of a single class or something like that. Something as easy
Ooh.
as that.
I got a crazy take, and I don't know if I believe in this, but what if different classes had different inventory sizes, right? Like a rogue, you're a skinny little guy, you got a smaller inventory, but you play a fighter, you got a bigger inventory. You know what I mean?
Sounds like you're
Maybe.
trying to add weight into this game, Donicus.
Yeah, I know. It is an idea. I was floating it. All right. No wait, please.
Yeah, we're
Just
just
an
we're
idea,
just
all
spitballing here, folks. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
Fighter. All right.
yeah. There's definitely got to be other ways to kind of like make people want to play
Yeah.
like other classes. But I agree. Like, I mean, like seeing like more variations of different classes in a lobby is much more fun than just like seeing a bunch of
Yeah.
rangers. You know what I mean?
yeah. Pretty much every lobby I play in, without fail, is at least 4 or 5 rogues. Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because they don't sacrifice much and they can get out with a lot. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yeah, you can go in
Yeah.
gray kit
Like,
and
certain
come out
classes
rich.
that, like, I mean, for example, like fighter cleric, like for them to be good, like they need to be kind of stacked. Like rogue, I
Right.
mean, you can go in there and kill somebody like fucking gray gear. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't do that with like a straight up fighter. I mean, if you're going against
Yeah.
someone that's kind of juiced.
Rai TTV asked, thoughts on what you think the first named casting item would be and what you think the unique ability would be. We've talked about this before. I think a spell book that slowly regens your spells while you have it out.
Please,
would
God,
be
no,
cool.
please.
I think it'd be
That's
sick.
pretty cool. Yeah.
That's the most
Is it
boring named item out there. You telling me Anthony's out running around with a longsword that strikes them with the power of Zeus on hit, and my spells come back?
I
Over
don't know. I
30
think.
seconds.
I mean,
Listen, Jay.
I think it'd be
I'm willing
cool.
to offer you a
I mean, your
9-second
spells are the hit
invisibility.
of Zeus, pretty much. You know.
Give it like a something else, please, God.
9-second invisibility on your
I don't
magic
care.
item. All
I
right.
already have invisibility.
All right, then. Ken
It's
Kenobi's
just,
idea.
I mean, because if you have limited spells, it should just be like every cast insta cast. I mean, something
Now we're
crazy.
talking.
Ken
Now we're talking.
Kenobi's idea, where you get a 6th slot in
That'd
your
be good.
spell memory. And so instead of 5 spells, you have a 6th.
I already run 10 spell.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Give me some
Balance.
good
Yeah, let's
shit.
balance
Having
this
like a
game around
cooldown.
Jay. Yeah.
Having like
No,
2 or
stuff
3
like
insta-casts,
it makes your fireball leave a pool of fire on the ground like the Skelly Mage, or when you like hit someone with ice bolt, leaves an ice pool, or chain
Yeah,
lightning,
yeah.
maybe it bounces one more time or doesn't bounce to you, or stuff like that, just to change up the play style.
That'd be cool to have like unique things for each spell that you do. You know what I mean? Like you said, like the ice bolt, freezes them for like 1 second or something like that. The fire
Sure.
lingers fire on them.
What
Yeah, I
about,
think the named items are so incredibly broken. Just make them broken. Because it's a
exactly.
1%
You never
all
see
the shit
'em,
is broken. Make the other shit broken for casters.
Yeah.
what
I
about
still think this one guy from chat, it was many episodes ago, had like the best take ever. He said if named items, or just he really said items, but I would lean maybe named items. Change how you actually play instead of just number go up. I hit for more. Just make it actually change how you play. Like like double jump boots, for example, or like slow fall boots or whatever. Just to change the actual play style.
Agreed.
I think it
would
was
be
like
cool.
brilliant.
Completely agreed.
Having basically like perks of the other classes. They were saying, or
Yeah, it's just like adds extra like fuck, I don't really know how to say it.
Build diversity, and it changes up the meta. Like imagine you
it
found.
just changes how you play the game. Actually,
Yeah, imagine
rather
you
than
found
just number
Lightfoot
go up.
boots. Yeah, you find Lightfoot boots that are a named Lightfoot boot that gives
That'd
you
be
double
awesome.
jump. Just bam, you have double jump now.
Or they
I
hit
love
you, you
the-
get, as soon as you get hit, you get like a 2-second sprint burst or some shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just to like add a little extra.
I like that. I mean,
Yeah.
they'd still be extremely rare and hard to get. So it's not like it'd be.
What about
breaking the
gloves?
game.
chaos within the
Gloves that
game,
give
you
you
know?
pickpocket.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Some
Be nice,
craziness.
Or
crazy stuff like that.
gloves that give you the lockpick perk. You have a permanent
Yeah,
lockpick in your
stuff like
finger or
that.
something. What
Yeah,
about
that'd be
what
cool.
about a unique or a named magic staff that lowers the cost of a spell, like the tiers, by 1, so you could fit more powerful spells into your wheel? Or do you
Maybe.
think that's lame? I don't know. I just thought.
It's a little lame. It's just like, oh, I got 2 knowledge.
I just love the idea of an invis hasted barbarian just double jumping at me, just bunny hopping my way.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Imagine.
Just do the fucking yell. Ugh,
Give me
so
like a
good.
named spike helm where like I can look down and head bash you for 5 damage. Just a mix.
Yeah.
Give me some crazy weird stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'd like that idea. Like maybe don't make him so crazy strong, but make him like a little bit more common than a crazy named weapon, and you could gain like a perk of a different class. Like you could have like gloves of lockpicking. So it'd be fun to like run on your ranger, and they might not be like the most meta, right? They might not do the most damage, but you can lockpick shit. So it's kind of a cool
Exactly.
different
Yeah.
reason to bring them along. I think
Yeah.
that's fun.
Give me a named round shield that's like the Nightmare Shield Skelly, where it does like damage reflect if you block. Just weird stuff. Anyways, kind of rambling.
Interesting. Okay, spell
I
reflecting
don't think we've answered
shield
one
that
question.
exists. No, we have. Yeah, I've been reading these off.
It's fine though. This is entertaining. This is great.
Cloak of invisibility. Yeah, whenever you stop and crouch after 3 seconds, you go invisible. But if you move, it breaks
cool.
it. That'd be sick. I like that actually.
It's random crazy shit, I mean,
Can't
That's
wait
the
to get
game part.
Invisibarbed left and right. That's Barbarian Bis if I've ever heard it.
Sylvanius asked, do you think they should limit the amount of meds you can bring into a raid? Like you have a med belt, and that's the only place where you can put meds, and it limits how many you could carry.
I was like discussing this with my chat the other day. I think that would actually be a cool idea. You would have like, instead of it going into your inventory, you'd have just a belt for just meds, and you have to decide like, well, you want, say for example, you got 3 slots of stacks of 3 of each. It's like, what do you want in each slot? Or you need like
Sure.
a, a kit for like, or a campfire kit or whatever. But you have these 3 slots that you have to choose what you need in that. I think that'd be cool because instead of like, I feel like it's kind of goofy sometimes that sometimes you just got like loot like a bunch of fucking meds and half your inventory is just meds. You know what I mean? I think they should definitely like limit that to its own certain loot table on the side of like, your belt or whatnot. That way it'll increase, people that can bring out more shit getting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do think
for
the
sure.
med. I do think the pharmacy bag has been kind of killed though. I do think that that change really, kicked into the game anyways, because that's what they said, they're trying to get rid of pharmacy. Granted, I'm running around with like 80 potions on me, but I use 5 of them in a game. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just carrying them because I literally have no stash space, and it's the only thing worth looting off the half the people we killed.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
like-
I mean, have one of the utility slots or just like another hotkey or something that's for meds only. Bring back stacking pots up to 3, so you can carry 9 potions or like 6 potions, 3 bandages or something in the med slots, and that's it. They don't go in the inventory anymore.
no.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I think that'd just make the inventory more clean having it that way.
Could be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a inventory space increase.
I'm not saying people are saying no stacking. I'm not saying you can stack the potions as you drink them. You would still only be able to
3.
drink 1 at a time, but you'd be able to stack 3 white health potions on each other in the utility,
Right.
3 protections, and 3 clarities. But you can still only consume 1 at a time, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool.
Add jiggle physics.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. Best idea. Boob slider, please win.
Yeah, Spudcast
Someone
knows.
did say, they basically said, can we talk about how leaderboard kind of destroys High Roller? You guys feel that at all?
I don't play high roller.
I haven't even done High Roller since the wipe because it's just not worth it. It's if you're not a god
Sure.
or a bard following a god, it's just not worth going in my opinion. And there's so many juiced people in normals rolling over lobbies anyway that you can get good gear there anyway. So
Sure.
I mean, I feel like it's just that, I don't know. I feel like leaderboards alone, like depending on the game, like I feel like it's cool to have it in very equal balance, like type of game, like CSGO or something like that. But something like this, I mean, it just creates a certain kind of sweatiness. I don't know, to like people trying to have fun. I don't know.
Mhm.
But again, like you need to like have something for people that want to be competitive, because there's going to be competitive people in like every game, you know what I mean? But
oh yeah.
so
Yeah, I think
that one,
I think high roller for right now is just like the easy band-aid fix to an end game, just to give high end players something to do. I think there'll be something that'll come along better than leaderboards. So
I view High Roller as like the workaround MMR and stuff, personally. It's just like you gotta then push the sweats into it in a different way, right? Because like you're just saying, there's a bunch of geared guys and normals. But as someone who's been sweating for I don't even know how many days, like 4 or 5 days straight, playing 16, 20 hours a day, just killing literally every single person in High Roller, I do think it's ruining the experience myself.
Yeah.
Doesn't- it's maybe satisfying getting a +3 when I find a default group like just clearing some mummies out trying to get a little loot and they died to 2 chain lightnings, but I do feel I like genuinely I feel bad.
like,
Yeah.
this is like that sad Kobe moment where he's like holding the NBA championship like trophy, sad in the showers, where it's just like it doesn't feel good anymore to be on the top.
I do think that maybe it's the leaderboard isn't a good thing anymore, which is a complete 180, because I'm like, leaderboard's cool, it gives people something to do and whatever, but
Yeah, but if not, then do you think they should just take it out like right now? You think that would be better for the game?
I mean, I
just
don't know. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
like putting in there to test things right now, but I mean, right now it's like there's no point of it, like other than like, I mean, whether they get their name on like a weapon or something like that, but it's just like I don't understand the point of it right now until they have everything else implemented. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it's like I do want my name in the pregame lobby with, a wanted poster, or a spell book, or whatever the fuck, right? But
Streamer
I
item.
lost my train of thought. True.
Yeah,
Yeah, like to
someone,
me it means something, but to like 99.99% of the game it means nothing, right? So
Yeah.
someone
But I also love
mentioned,
the game.
what if there was something above High Roller or a leaderboard only mode? So I think normals would be great, then High Roller, and then a leaderboard lobby. So you
that
could
could
play.
be an interesting answer.
So
That'd be
it's
pretty cool,
like
yeah.
normal mode, nightmare, hell in Diablo 2 in a way, right?
Sure.
So
And it's really just high roller, but it's like now their stuff counts for the leaderboard.
exactly.
Yeah, so you know, like everyone that's going into that lobby is just like working for the leaderboard. I think that's actually a great idea.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, no, I don't know
Some-
if I've ever heard that before.
And some people just want to
Yeah.
go into high roller just to check out new shit, but like if they have like a bunch of other people that are just like run around like trying to pad stats of killing other people, you know, it kind of ruins their like experience in high roller. That's why like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I just hate doing high roller because like it takes like freaking like 3-4 minutes to get into a lobby. You know, and I played late at night.
Yeah,
Kind of sucks. You know, I feel like
Yeah.
that kind of negates people who go into high roller.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the
Some
lobbies
people just
are already
wanna check it
pretty
out,
dead.
just check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
High
that's
roller's
kind
pretty
of
dead.
the thing, right? There's not really much of an end game. So it's like kind of what are you going to do other than go kill people in high roller? So I get it, but
Yeah.
I think they just got to come out with something for people to do in the end game. And
I think they desperately need content, personally.
Agreed.
yeah,
That's the most important thing. I was gonna actually bring up what Lucy said last episode when we were live. He said that they're working on the new player experience.
Yeah.
That is gonna. I honestly, no shit at this point. I think the game is scaring off new players. I think slowly the player count will go down, and people will be too scared to play. Gear fear. They get their first fucking blue sword, and they're like, "Why even go in with the blue sword? I'm just gonna die instantly." Anthony, what do you think would be a cool way to change the new player experience? I know that's like a tough question, but
Yeah, something they can implement. Because the thing though, like a lot of people are just like, I know someone mentioned like in chat too, is like gear rating and all that stuff. If you get into that zone, like I've seen it, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen it kill off a lot of BR games. Like you start implementing like MMR, matchmaking, all that. People start playing like, you know, crazy, sweaty and whatnot. And the fun thing about this game is just seeing like variations of different players or whatnot doing different shit. It would be cool to have kind of like I guess beginner lobbies of people trying to learn how the game operates
Mhm.
and how everything is until they feel comfortable, and they can start going to lobbies against like other players, you know what I mean, kind of like a pre-lobby of just like practicing of like PvE and like
PV only mode though, I don't know. What about this? What if before you hit level 15, you could only be in a lobby with level 1 through 14 people. As soon as you hit 15 and beyond, you're in the main queue.
that definitely could work too. Yeah, like exactly, like someone that could like level up from like 0 to 10. It's just like with other people that are from level 0 to 10, and then after that they start getting to lobbies of like, you know, it's all or nothing. You know what I mean? That's actually a good idea.
Now, every time there's going to be a suggestion, someone was always going to have a counter. What I just said was something I read in chat. People immediately say Smurfs. Smurfs are going to be in every game, though. Just like there's always going to be real money trading. Just like there's always going to be gold farmers. Just like there's always going to be fucking cheaters. There's just some things that are going to be a reality and a constant no matter what you do. So,
Well, I think it's like percentage. It's like people are gonna mention Smurf in like a 1 to 10 Timmy lobby, but like, what's the experience now? You load into your very first game of Dark and Darker. You got your friends and a level 20 full legendary, unique bard, wizard, barbarian, fully buffed. Just walks through and he one taps all three of you. Like, what are you gonna think about that, right?
yeah.
Or are you gonna run into some default fighter who's 360 like punching you because he's just smurfing 1% of the time compared to
I mean, there's
80%
also
of your games now.
times where like, you know, someone could be smurfing in like Chad gear, and then they die to people that are like in gray gear too. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
it's a hard balance to kind of like know what to do in that situation, because it is cool to sometimes kill somebody that's super geared out and you don't have no gear. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
Oh, it's
shit.
the best feeling.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You'd
it feels
still
so
have
good.
that though if they had like beginning lobbies, right? Like a 1 through 10 or 1 through 9 or whatever.
Yeah,
You'd
absolutely.
still get that
Yeah.
because you could still be level 20 wearing default gear, right? Because you just got cleaned or whatever.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yep. Let's see here. Someone said that there is ways to get rid of RMT. I mean, I would love to see a suggestion that doesn't completely hinder or destroy certain aspects of the game, right? Like as long as there's trade between players, there's going to be some sort of real money trading shit, right? Am I wrong? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it just gets handled with moderation, personally.
Yeah, I
Just
think
pay a
you got
guy
two.
or have him do it as his weekend project and just shut that shit down. One guy could cancel thousands of RMT accounts in
Yeah.
a given weekend.
100%,
There's no way they
yeah.
can't.
Exactly. And the way they have it operated too, like you have to fucking have the account for like what is it, like a week,
Yeah,
and then you have to
something
get to
like
level 10. I mean, like, I'm sure eventually like the RMTs will get screwed on that one.
that. Sure.
Yeah.
I think
Like
they have a
RMT, I
great
don't
idea
think
of
will get
having-
stopped. I think
Yeah.
that's a pretty decent take. But yeah, I don't know. It's like what are they prioing right now? They're probably prioing cheating over RMT at the moment, right? Because cheating
Yeah.
will like ruin the game. RMT will have its toll, of course, but what would you
I feel like
rather?
It's
would you
so
rather
easy
deal
to
with?
die though. Still, when you have really good gear, even if you're dog
Oh,
ass
yeah.
at the game, if you have really good gear, you can die so easy. So
Yeah.
RMT is an issue for sure, but I agree with Jay. Cheating is just way more of a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I'd rather get rid of cheaters all day than some guys spending money to buy gear and then dying to some 3-man rogue team and just camp the shit out of them with green
Agreed.
rapiers or something.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Okay, we got more questions. So, White Anomaly asks, what would you guys think about making green and blue gear more abundant, less grays and whites? And do you think that would stabilize the economy, level the playing field, and the people that have jobs don't have to farm 3 days for a set?
I think they did that now, right? Like this current wipe.
Kinda, yeah. I think I could see what he's saying. So, turn up green slightly, turn up blue slightly, maybe even turn down purples and above a little bit.
Sure. I think it's good.
And then it'd give, the 40-year-old dad who has 2 hours a night to play a fighting chance with his green falchion and blue boots.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
I was saying this like literally last night. It's like just turbo nerf the drop rates on high end gear and crank up the low end gear. Just
Yeah.
when you find an epic, you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean?
And how about no more gray items dropping in High Roller at all? Come on. Whenever you fucking open a chest and there's a gray Viking helm in it in High Roller, you're like, really? You're like, really? Come on. This is some bullshit.
I think it's good to have dog shit. That way, not everything you
they
find
still
is
need
good.
that.
Then
you
make
know?
it a white Viking helm. That's dog shit, right? Get rid of grays completely.
Yeah, same with like just like the random stats. I mean, there's what item equip speed and all that useless shit.
Mhm.
I think it's still good on the gear because like if you have just good stuff always rolling all the time, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no gamble in that, you know what I mean? So
It's like people who recommend like just make like +1 weapon damage cap on greens and then purples get +3 weapon. And you're making the good gear even better, right? And I think getting like a legendary that's complete shit is a
Doesn't feel
good
good.
thing for the economy.
It doesn't feel
think it's
good,
good,
though. It does, but if there's big changes where the higher level of gear potentially just has worse rolls attached to it just for balance, that's not fun. Is that what you were saying or no?
Yeah, it's called a little RNG, baby.
Oh, I get that. I get that. I don't know.
But it makes getting a good like high end item even better. Right?
yeah,
'Cause you're
'cause
like, oh
I
my
think
God,
it's
it
still
rolled
balanced
good
by,
stats.
like, how many times it can be rolled, you know what I mean? It's still balanced by
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But it's still like it should have a chance of having shitty stats on it, which
No, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? Yeah, we
Also
talked
put
about that.
scavving in,
Troy.
please. Please put scavving in.
How
For the love of
fucking
God.
cool would that be?
Scavving?
Yes.
Imagine
Except-
you go in as you're a commoner. You just go in as a commoner. That's what they call
no,
it.
no.
That's just-
I
that's
wanna
just
spawn
more-
as a skeleton
Whoa.
archer. No, no, no.
That's more people for Jay and Repos to shit on.
Just
I don't
fun.
know.
No, just fun. You don't get anything from it. You just get the meme around. Maybe every once in a while you roll in, you spawn as a wraith, 0.01% chance. You're like, oh yes. Please.
This man's playing a different video game.
They just wants a fucking troll over here. He's like,
Yes.
let me go into some fucking
That'd be so
skeleton
fun.
champion and fuck some shit up.
I mean,
This sounds
you-
like
if
this
you came
sounds
in
like
as a
the top.
commoner-
I ain't
this-
against it. I'm gonna be honest,
Dude,
That'd
this
be
sounds like
fun
the
as hell.
top god in the video game is bored and wants to come down to earth a little bit. Just put me in as
That's
a
called-
skeleton. Yeah, okay, god
That's
tier
called
wizard.
doing my part on the economy. You're just deleting gear off the game because you roll the skelly champ.
I'm
on
just
your
so
scabbard.
bored up here on Mount Olympus. I went to go fuck with the mortals. Turn me into a skeleton. I'll clear the lobby anyway. That's what that sounds like. Okay.
here's my question: if you
Run
add
into those,
scabbing,
what is it? Those 30 Koreans you're talking about that'll be like consistent around a corner, and all 20 of them just hit you at the same time as the skeleton.
Hell yeah.
that'd be
Oh my
horrible.
God.
No, but if you add scabbing into the game, how's it gonna work? Because I feel like the games are already so quick. Like, when would you spawn in and like with the circle closing? How would that work?
Bro, you're just a skelly footman, bro. You're walking at like 1 mile an hour and you're, just
Okay,
for
okay.
fun.
I guess
Just
if you're a
for fun.
mob, that could work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just take over a mob and you just have some fun. But
Sure,
that's
why
like
not?
so on the back burner if they ever did that.
Yeah.
Like if me or you were like a skeleton, we fuck some goddamn shit up. There would be some crazy shit we could do as a skeleton.
It would be
And you
hilarious
know it.
though.
Like,
It would
No,
be so
no.
good.
it would be hilarious though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not against
It's
it.
called a content farming machine. It's a
Yeah,
content
that's what that
printer right
is.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On as an axe skeleton. Good night, everyone. Everyone's dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Wipe
Just
the
wait till
whole lobby.
you get a crossbow skeleton. Just headshot everyone who walks through a door. It'd be horrible.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's a god roll scavenger right there.
Anthony,
M700 baby.
It's equivalent of spawning with like a RD704 and a labs key card. You know what I mean on your scav.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
yeah.
You knew
Those are
that.
good times.
okay,
that's a good
speaking
butt
of
pucker.
speaking of labs, do you think if there was maybe turn the rusty key into some sort of labs key card, right? Because the rusty key has no use right now. What if rusty key opened up like a mini dungeon where only other rusty key holders could go in? Like everyone in the party or one party member has to have a rusty key. You go into like the sewers under the tavern.
That'd be a good place to have the leaderboard,
Yeah, and it's like a
and that way
smaller
High
map.
Roller is to farm the keys.
Just some fun stuff.
Sure, why not?
I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I like it.
Anthony, dream map. You get to pick the next map. What's the
Dream
setting?
map?
Yeah, what's the setting? What does it look like?
Setting would be not dark and darker. It's actually like a light map.
An
it would
elvish
be like a
forest
great
at dawn.
Yeah, like something like that, like just for a nice little change. I know the game is called Dark and Darker, and I know they revolve around that shit. But like, imagine like a light map to see how like the change would be. I think it'd be cool just to see something
Yeah.
with like not
I
having.
think
to
they
deal
would do
with,
that.
Yeah,
Even if it's dark and dark, they still have some maybe
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
open
you have
maps
some
and stuff. Nothing stopping
shadows.
them.
a lot of volcanoes, fucking Mardon up in this shit. You know, like,
Hell yeah.
like,
Now we're talking.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Laserman
Snow.
asks, do you guys think they should add layer 1 again? So like you start in ruins, then you go to the crypts, then you go down to hell. Did you like that when they did that in the playtest, Anthony? Or do you?
They could try it.
I think they
Okay.
should bring it back.
And like loot increasing the deeper you go. You know, that'd be
Mhm.
pretty sweet.
I would love that to come back for sure.
I want like a vampire mansion, like a Dracula's
Oh,
mansion.
hell,
You're in.
now we're talking. There we go.
That'd be sick.
Like
That'd be
that.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I think a new enemy type that'd be cool is other humanoids. Like imagine fighting orcs or elves or
Sure.
humans in plate armor.
Yeah.
That shit would be cool. That'd be cool.
I want raid bosses, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, raiding
I also
obviously would
want
be
raid
sick.
bosses.
So would I.
Yeah.
Anthony, do you think raids make sense for this video game?
I think I mean like to a certain extent, yeah, like kind of like trying to group up with random people trying to take down like, I think me and Sukisha were talking about this the other day when we were playing. We're like, what if we just had like the troll boss and like an open map just randomly, like, it's just is like there, like,
Roaming around.
yeah, exactly, just roaming around. How cool would that be?
They're
Just,
pretty sick.
yeah, just like it's not like static or anything. It'd just be like random, I mean, it's just like, oh shit, the troll boss is here. Oh.
Kind of like the goons. Or I guess even Tarkov bosses at all.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
random bosses like Tarkov.
Honestly, I wish that the maps were procedurally generated. Like every time you went in, I wish it was a completely randomized weird map with different enemy
Yeah.
spawns and whatnot. I think
Nice.
that's one issue with the game. Some people are going to disagree. They like knowing where all the spawns are, where to rush, because they know there's like a few layouts of the crypts. As soon as people spawn in, when people spawn into hell, they can tell you exactly where they spawn, what boss it is instantly. That's kind of like, I wish it was
I think that idea
procedurally
is pretty
generated.
cool. Just having just like random shit, because again, like the game is just like it's so much randomness to the game that makes it fun. I think that'd be cool because like
Yeah.
you got the point like like you doing goblin caves all the damn time. You're like, okay, well I'm just gonna rush here. There's a guy that spawns here. There's gonna be shit here. It's just like it'd be cool to just like spawn in somewhere and just like, oh my god, it's a new world every time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It just would create such
Yeah.
cool like RNG. I think that's a great idea.
I think so as well. I've gotten so many ESP comments when we play High Roller because I know exactly where everyone spawns. It's just like,
Yeah.
They think
It
you're
does kinda ruin it.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I'm like, I
Yeah.
do this all day. It's like I know where they're gonna be at.
we'll get like a certain spawn. I'll be like, you guys want to see something fucked up? I open the door, I precast fireball, snipe them as they walk out of their spawn. 5 seconds into the game.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Or you run into a room with magic missiles ready to go, and you just start magic missiling like certain areas of the floor. You're like, "What's Shay doing?" Oh, he knows where every fucking skeleton spawns. So he just walks in, points his fucking book in the far left corner, instantly kills a skeleton. Yeah, I think it'd be great to have different trap spawns, different enemy spawns, change the map up every time. People said the map, there's a few versions of each map. It's modular. Well, then they need to add like 100 fucking variants at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I think.
I mean, because I mean, like every room in Crypts gets used every map, right? Like, what if they created
Most of them.
just ballpark and like 200 Crypts rooms, and then that way, just randomize it 100% like with every room, so you don't know. Like, because I mean, nowadays when you like get into a Crypts match, like, oh hey, there's gonna be this room here, this room there. But like, what if you just didn't know? You didn't know what room was there, so it'd be cool.
I don't think they necessarily need procedural generation, but yeah, they would have to make like a lot of variations though, if they're not going to do randomly generated.
I mean, if they stick to like certain principles, they could definitely have it like randomly generated. You know, what I mean, certain
Mm-hmm.
balanced,
yeah.
equal procedurals to like.
Well, if you could make it where every room could connect to every different room, I think you could. Because I mean, essentially, right now, like the map is designed in like big blocks, right? Like, because you have this room is
Yeah.
this block, that room's that block. Like, just make the fucking Jenga blocks match together.
Because if they made like pre-made maps, eventually everyone that like plays the game a long time is gonna know exactly each map.
And they already do. Just
Yep.
shooting fucking fireballs.
But if
I
it's
know exactly where people
random
spawn.
RNG, then like you'll never guess what's going on. I think
Yeah.
that's a lot better because then if it's just like pre-made maps, it's gonna be the same shit. It's just people that play the game longer will know exactly more information.
It's basically Tarkov, where it's just like map knowledge
Yeah.
for like
Mhm.
majority of the game.
What do you
I know
guys
where the
think?
GPUs spawn? I know where players spawn. So.
Exactly. What do you guys think about maps that are like 30% bigger, 10 minutes longer, and have like 30 players in it?
I'd like a longer
Super
raid
down.
just in general. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
I think it's a
super
great
down for that.
idea, but you're gonna go into the aspect of like you're gonna like kill some people, then you're gonna be like, I mean, you kill like one group, you're gonna be full looted. You know what I mean? That's the only problem I see. I think it's a cool idea, but it's just like, if you kill like one group and they like semi-geared and you want to bring out their shit, and it's like, all right, well, you're already full, so what are you gonna do now? You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
if they figure that part out, then I think that'd be pretty cool to have. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
I got an inventory idea for you, Anthony. I think the best take so far is so you have like your normal inventory now, right? But you
Yeah.
can have like expandable storage, where if you start using the expandable storage, you might start to lose like movement speed for the
Okay.
sake of carrying more. Do you think that would be a good idea?
I think that's pretty cool. Actually, I feel like that would like you're kind of like risking more loot. For
It's like adding
being
a weight
turtle.
system
Yeah,
that
basically.
doesn't ruin everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
look
you
at
throw
it.
on a backpack for extra inventory space and you put shit in that backpack, you start to get slowed down. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And yes,
Well, then you get to build the gym in your, your guild hall, and then you got to work on your strength.
I am hoisting
Like,
boulders.
Anthony's a
Yes.
massive loot horse. Like, of course I'll agree with that. I'm like, I'm gonna carry as much shit as I can out. Like,
And please,
And I
for
got to
the
bring
love
my
of
beer
God,
stimulants. I got to drink the right ale so that I can
Right.
raise up my
Beer
inventory
stimulants.
strength.
Exactly.
Tim called and freaking Tarkov, where you can just carry a bunch of
the
shit.
mule.
Oh.
They're gonna
Yeah,
start
the
selling the
mule.
Moscow Mule and the Tavern Master.
Fucking mule
please.
drink.
Moscow Mule.
Oh god, I would die if they introduced that Moscow Mule.
Let's just say, Iron Mace, if you are watching, thinking about adding that bag thing, for the love of God, please do not let people drop that backpack. I don't want to see no double
Yes.
alt X droppage. While I was
Agreed.
buying,
It's
but
permanently on. You can't drop
yeah.
it in raid. Exactly.
please no.
Karen Moore, you're fat, and that's it.
All right, let's take one or two more questions. Wrap it up. I'm sure everyone's excited to jump back in to the dungeons. I need to eat dinner. I need to go bard for some people. Let's get a couple
Shake
more.
my head.
Let's see here. What do we got? Let's see. You got anything in your chat, Jay?
Just some laser flirting with you. It's a little weird.
Soma, why
Where's
are
the
you guys
YouTube
so
video?
hot? Because Anthony's here. That's why.
And
Oh.
he has raised the
He's making
average
us look
sexiness
worse
of this
right now.
podcast substantially.
Oh yeah.
Just wear a lot of makeup. That's it. All right, y'all are being
Yeah.
fools.
Sure.
Well, he
sure.
worked on me. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think strength is too powerful as a stat, like affecting HP and damage. Like it should just do one. I think
Yeah.
we've talked about that.
We've
before,
talked
right?
about this. I think add in Constitution as a stat. Constitution should be max health, the amount of rested health that you can recover, and maybe how quickly you recover that rested health, and then debuff duration. That's it. That's the con stat right there.
Yeah, strength
Sure.
as HP and damage is
It's
just silly.
It's silly, yeah. Cherry Berserker asked, do you think Achilles Strike is still viable with the nerf today? Yeah, I mean, it's going to slow people down tremendously, which is what it should have been doing anyway. It shouldn't have been melting your health. I think that just was a misplay on their end in terms of designing that ability. I think it's where it should be now.
Ooh, I think we got a
it's,
good.
Yeah, it definitely is like how it should be. Like because like right now it's just like before it's like people just using it as like it killed people more than it slowed people down, which didn't
Yeah.
seem right for that. You know what I mean?
All right, here's
Yeah,
a
I
good
think we got a good question.
a,
Oh, go
good
ahead.
a good final question from Ambid. Are you talking about Ambidextrous?
I was talking about Kismet. He said, "What buffs would you give a class if you could?"
Okay.
We always talk about nerfs.
Mm.
Did you guys add a buff on any class?
No.
Yeah, blink
No
and blizzard.
buffs. Only
Give us
negative.
Blizzard blink, please.
I
Let me
think
tell you.
Only
I think
nerds
Sorcerer
is,
will have a blink. Sork will have
I'd
a
like
blink.
a nice fighter active damage ability. That'd be fun. Any kind of active, because I mean, like an Achilles kind of ability for fighter would be fun. Something active that does damage would be a good time.
Give fighter a charge ability where you charge forward if you have a shield charge or something.
Slam, shield charge.
Shield
That's
charge.
what I
Spear
thought originally
thrust,
was
spear
gonna do,
thrust. That'd be cool.
you know? Yeah. Like originally when I like read shield slam, I was like, oh, does they just like rush into them and fucking slam the shit out of them? But
It does not.
Like,
It
it's
does
fucking dog
not.
shit.
All
But-
it does is this.
Hey, and this guy goes like Victory Strike. Victory Strike is dog shit.
It's
no
bad.
one runs Victory Strike.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It needs
Not
bad.
Victory Strike.
That
Or
that would
fix
be
Victory
one
Strike.
good thing. It's just like skills across the board of classes that are just like fucking no one's gonna fucking use. You know what I mean? It's just like just like you said, Victory Strike. Like, I mean, like what the
It's
hell?
bad.
Like, there's just like things that are just like no one's gonna use that shit. It's just like why use others? Sprint or healing over these kind of items. Like they need to like balance
Yeah.
that up. So like each perk is like on par of like oh, well, I could use this or this. It's just like, no, it's just like this skill's obviously this skill's
Way
obsolete to
better.
that. It's like,
Right.
why the
Yeah.
fuck would
No,
I use it?
I
Why-
agree. Like balance
Yeah.
perks, so it's an actual choice, not just this is the meta. That'd be
And
nice.
I think
yeah.
that would create a lot more variance in the game too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
B-Boy said, is spell memory dumb or pog? I think that if you're a spellcast, I've said this before, if you're a spellcasting class, you should get spell memory 1 for free on its own hotkey. And then if you want to take more spells, spell memory 2 or beyond, then you have to choose a skill slot to give up. But I think a wizard should just get spell memory 1 and then still be able to roll 2 skills.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe not cleric though, but maybe just on wizard.
Oh,
it makes
cleric
sense.
too, but then toned, like balance the abilities. So
Sure.
instead of judgment
You
hitting like a
change it up.
semi truck, you just change it a little bit. And then the final question was rank the classes from least strongest to strongest.
Are we talking about like it depends? There's so many variations, like 1v1, 1v3, like in group modes or
You probably have to go
Let's
Let's say solo. Let's say
1v1.
solo.
Yeah.
mage right now is definitely the strongest. Like mage has like no counter
Whoa,
other
whoa,
than
whoa,
like
whoa,
a
whoa.
ranger that can like headshot you or anyone that can shoot a ranged weapon. I'm just saying mages are badass right now. I mean, for example, like warlocks that got counter classes to like ranger will kill the shit out of them. A great ranger will kill a juiced out warlock no problem.
Yeah.
If they hit their shots. Same with the mage, and what else? There's other. Let's see here. So like 1v1s, I'm saying mage is god right now. If they're a really good mage, they can outplay anyone in 1v1.
Sure.
That's true.
I would agree.
And then I
Jake.
think
I
secondly,
also think it's the best 1v3 class. Yes.
yeah, I
by
think
far.
wizard's the best in the right hands with gear. Second, I would say if you're a crack shot, ranger. Ranger, if you don't miss your shots and you're a good gamer, if you have a blue longbow, you're just hitting heads for like 200 damage. It's crazy.
It's really good. Yeah.
And then rogue would be 3.
I'll say like rogue is very situational though. Like if you're like a juiced out rogue, you'll probably kill anyone. If you're like in stealth and you come out of stealth, like I've
Yeah.
seen some damage numbers that are insane. Like you'll kill everyone, like anyone.
Yeah.
People are wondering what I'm talking about with the longbow. If you have a bunch of gear on and you have a good top end damage longbow and you hit someone in the head with the headshot perk, it's doing 200 plus damage is what I'm referring to.
God damn.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun episode. That'd be a fun. Like, what if we did like a tier list episode of all the comps? It'd be a fun podcast episode. Sit around and like tier list all the comps. Because I mean, the game is team based, so it's kind of weird to rate solos.
People are saying that
It's
I'm
just-
wrong.
it's just easy.
People are saying I'm wrong. I'm telling you I'm not. So if you guys look at the Goblin Caves High Roller Ranger list, there's a guy named Flowtag. He's like 2 or 3. He's one of my buddies, and I play with him a lot. And he has showed me live streaming to me in Discord when he has a blue bow with God loot on. He'll shoot the longbow into the target dummy's head, and it's done 200 damage. I've seen it in multiple occasions with my own eyes. Flo is disgusting. Watched him on your stream. Yeah, Jungle, he's insane. We should probably get him on. We haven't really talked to a top ranger. It'd be good to talk to Flo.
Yeah, would be fun.
Yeah, he is the most cracked ranger I've ever seen. It's fucking.
Definitely
He's
a ranger,
very-
ranger that does not miss. Like
He barely misses.
I
Yeah.
agree. Like a ranger that does not miss will kill everything.
When we play a flow, I play fighter. This man runs forward like he is a melee class and just runs everybody down with that fucking bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get one final question and then we will call it. Let's see here. Let's see. Does Flow stream? No. He wants to.
You should.
What do you think the
should.
druid's going to be all about?
The
You
what?
know what I mean? Like the druid. What do you?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
let's end on
have
Druid.
ideas about druid?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think Druid will have a couple of heals, probably like a heal over time, maybe like a small insta heal or something like that. They will have some sort of like snare slow. I don't think a root, but like some sort of like spike growth, like vines will come out of the ground and slow people down and damage them slightly. I think they'll have like a rat form so they can escape, a bear form so they can tank and do some damage, maybe like a wolf form where it's more roguish. I think they'll have perks that are similar to a ranger, where instead of seeing red footsteps, if you take the footsteps perk, what if you in wolf form have a perk where you can sniff out players and you see like a green scent line and you can like chase them down that way.
Cool.
I could see the druid also having some like self buffs like Shillelagh or Barkskin or something like that. But
This guy goes, "Oh, so Druid will be like Bard but better. Can he unlock cheats too?" Come on, bro. Come on. I'm sorry.
yeah, I hope druid has a rat form. It'd be hilarious to see druid turn into a rat and be able to escape.
Just killing fucking rats would be kind of hilarious.
That'd be cool.
So
I
you
think
saw-
it'll be like you'll have like your spell wheel, right? And you'll be able to choose a spell, or you'll be able to choose like an animal form, and you'll have
Both.
I guess like 5 or 6. What you think you have both?
Yeah, so like your Q will be your animal forms. You like pick one of 5 forms, and then your spells, when your spell book is out or your magic staff or whatever, you'll be able to pick your spells. So you'll be able to cast in human form, and then very quickly be able to switch to your animal form with your other ability.
I think it'll be fun. What if as perks, right? You have to pick like spell casting as a perk, and you have to pick like animal shapeshifting as a perk, right? So you
probably.
could be a casting druid, or you could be a shapeshifting druid. Like you could specialize, or you could do both. It'd be fun.
I think it's
That
literally
might be
going to be
cool.
like spell memory
Game
1 and spell memory 2 like a wizard, and then also shape-shifting memory 1 and 2 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like something good for like if, when they introduce like the talent trees, you can go into like, you know, if you want to go in like shape shifting or like spell casting kind of tree.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, probably like wow, we can go feral or balance or
Yeah.
Rusto and stuff.
I need a battle res. The raid died, please.
That's something I could see druid having is like a very quick resurrect.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
That'd be crazy. Yeah. Huh. But yeah, I'm very excited to check out druid. Can't wait. I can't wait to see how they handle shape-shifting especially.
Yeah. Add boomkin form. Someone said gonna have boomies running around.
Please God,
Doing
yes. Please give me Boomkin for the love of God.
It'd be a good time.
Okay. All right, well, I'm getting roasted for the 200 damage longbow thing. Whatever. Maybe
That's fine.
I'm
Maybe it
blind.
was
I don't know.
190, dude.
Maybe it was
All right.
190. Yeah.
We'll budge a bit.
It's okay. All right, guys. This was a good one. We've been going for a while now. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was fun
Almost
hanging
2
out.
hours.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I only got passed up on leaderboards. No biggie. Oh, that's cool.
No,
man.
you didn't.
You did not.
Impossible.
He was paid by the other people.
Yeah, how many good subs was this from Kimchi Mage Soma?
Yeah, Anthony, like I said, we go way back. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you, dude. I love your stream.
Yeah, man.
It is very
Thank you.
entertaining. Keep on trucking. You are an amazing content creator. So never
Appreciate
stop.
it, man.
Yeah.
Never stop,
Very
sir.
much enjoy watching.
Never stop. Just love playing games too much, you know.
Exactly. Anthony, where can people find you on the internet, sir?
Twitch.tv/ Anthony _ KONGPHN. It's right.
People always call you Kong fan, but it's Kong fan,
Yeah.
right? Isn't it Kong
My
fan?
ancestors didn't know how to fucking spell or something. I mean, it is Kong fan if it's PHAN, but it's pun. So it's
Kong
Kong
pun. Kong pun.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, you told me that years ago, and I still get it wrong.
I
Shit.
did, yeah. That's all
Kong
good.
pun.
Yeah.
I should have made it a lot easier for my fucking stream.
Yeah.
I regret that.
I mean, you know,
That's some cool alias or something, you know.
all these Americans out here calling you fan, Kong fan.
You know, originally I wanted it to be because I was like obsessed with like ninjas back then. I wanted Ninja. And that's how me and Ninja met like 9 years ago.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, you're the motherfucker that took my name. And then, you know.
Yeah. You got
True
screwed
story,
out of that
true
one.
story.
You got
Dude, you could have
screwed
had
out of that.
headbands in Walmart, dude. You fucked up. Should have
Oh
played
God.
Fortnite with Drake, dude.
Yeah. You
Tough.
fucked up, Anthony. Donnie, where can people find you online, sir?
Didani on Twitch with 2 E's, or Didani on YouTube. I haven't posted in a while, but who knows? Maybe one day.
All right. Beautiful.
Maybe if dude, I'm working like 50 hours a week right now. Life kind of sucks, but money's good, but sucks.
At least you have a job. Good for you.
Yeah, employment is nice.
Mr. Griffia, where can people find you online, sir?
I am Jay Griffia on Twitch and YouTube. Stream
Beautiful.
every day.
Beautiful. I am at Soma on everything except YouTube. It's at _Soma. That's where you can find this podcast. Beyond that, I think that'll do it. This was a good one. Thanks again, Anthony. Always a pleasure, sir. Boys, enjoy. Of course. Enjoy the dungeon delving. Enjoy the rest of your week, chat. And we'll see you guys for episode 34 next week at 7 p.m. PT. We're going to have on Lord Collector, the guy that essentially is an auctioneer merchant.
Like that himself. Oh, dang.
Yeah, very, very unique.
Dude, I just want to say, this mother trucker, all right, came to my stream like probably like a month ago, all right, told me he was like collecting a bunch of shit. I had like 90% of my inventory collected shit for him to sell, and like this mother trucker never came online. I never sold it. I was like, what am I keeping all this stuff for? No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I was like, my inventory is getting filled up, but you know, I got this freaking like mimic tongue. I could, like, he said he want me to keep. I was like, where's this motherfucker at?
Yeah, he was doing like his quests or whatever. Yeah, that's funny. All right.
Yeah, thank you for hopping on, Anthony. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Of
Thanks
course,
for
man. Yeah, it was fun hanging out with y'all. Jay,
Beautiful.
owning up in your threes still.
You say you want to hop in?
I know. Yeah, we got to game it up sometime. I think that'd be
Oh,
fun.
yeah. I'm always down. It's just
Teach me the
leaderboard
ways
season.
of your threes and hard mode or high roller, whatever the hell you call it.
Yeah, gladly. We're just leaderboard sweat season. So once it's all over, I'll be probably never doing it again. So
Okay.
we can
Yeah,
go
I
from
definitely
there.
want to do like one season where I just like, I really want to like kill all the bosses and like try to farm them and see what kind of, you know, like, experience that, you know what I mean? So that'd be cool to do.
Yeah, we can do high roller bosses, no problem. Show you all the ropes.
Okay. Cool, man.
Beautiful. It's a date, boys.
Okay, dude.
Okay, I made it weird. Sorry. All right, chats. Take it easy. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next week for episode
Goodbye.
34. Take it easy, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.